Alright, so welcome to episode 42, week 42 of the podcast. As you can see, things are different, especially in my backdrop. I done moved and everything, trying to get situated still, but it's all good and gravy, you feel me? But aside from that, Clay could not join us this evening. He had some issues that he needed to take care of, and we'll leave it at that. As far as everybody, of course, we have Cleveland. Cleveland, how are you? Who in the fuck is playing Street Fighter 4?
I am. Controller.
This guy.
Okay. Goddamn. Who the fuck?
Who the fuck is playing games in my pocket? No, I'm playing. We have Cleveland. Cleveland, how's your week been?
It's been pretty good so far. I finally got enough views and followers. Oh well, so first of all, I gained 50 followers in one day from playing with a top 500 like Twitch streamer in Overwatch during the PTR. Like he was on stream, we're playing, and I didn't even think anything of it. I'm just doing my normal thing, my call outs and stuff like that. And he's all like, "Yo, there's like 800 people watching you, bro. Do you have a Twitch they can follow?" I was like, "Are you serious? Are you kidding me?" She was like, "Yeah." And I dropped it in the chat, and next thing you know, I look at my fucking my phone was blowing up. I look at my fucking inbox on my Gmail, like just a whole line of so and so follow you, so and so follow you, so and so follow you.
God damn.
The day I played, and I gained like a good 10 more followers today. Plus, I just got the email for the affiliate program, so everything's decent on that.
Nice. I'm
I'm
not gonna give you the same spiel I gave Hardy last week about the affiliate program.
Affiliate ain't shit, man.
It's really not. But good job, good shit.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Then of course we have Lionel in the middle. Lionel, how you doing? How's your week been?
Same old same, man. Ain't nothing changed. Just work and life. That's about it.
Then we have Juwan, who's on time for the second week in a row. Congratulations.
You got jokes.
Man is here, man. The champ is here.
How's your week been, sir?
Lame as hell. After the crap that I had to put up with this weekend, I'm just glad to be back home right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather be here with you guys at this point.
Nice. And then we have Hardy. Hardy, how's your week been, sir?
Well, been hosting Marvel vs. Capcom and Super Turbo for 2 weeks. Well, basically the same weekend, gonna be moving the tournaments around because due to my schedule conflicts, IRL.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my Marvel vs. Capcom will be on Fridays and Super Turbo will be on Saturdays.
That's what's up. I'm
actually gonna think about something. I'm thinking about doing a tournament for Sundays, but I'm debating what game to do.
Can I make a suggestion?
As long as it's not Neo Turf.
Can I make a suggestion?
What?
I don't even play Neo Turf. Where did you get that? That would have been a Clay answer.
Right.
that would have been a Clay answer. I was gonna say Karnov's.
Oh,
Right.
baked potato.
Okay,
Baked potato versus balloons. Okay. That might be an interesting idea. Okay.
Either Karnov's or like KOF 2002?
Oh.
Yeah, 2002. One of them.
That's a splendid idea, yeah. Well, I'll definitely think about that.
I mean, you got the verses. You got the Super Turbo.
Classic. Yeah, the classic.
Yeah, you got the classics, but Karnov is not a Clay answer as well. Karnov is a us answer, okay? Leave me alone. Yeah, I mean, you gotta show some love to SNK now too,
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Either that or 98.
By the way, Evan, I noticed you have a new challenger behind you.
This fucking. Hold on.
Oh, we're gonna have a fight money.
Left your ass over here. Come here.
Oh, look at the kitty.
Kitty.
Ow! Don't retract your claws. Damn, relax. Retract your
Playing that
claws and
poke
relax.
game.
Hold on.
Playing that
Ow!
claw poke
Fucking
game.
whore. Hold on. Don't
Your
jump. I
cat-
saw you. You motherfucker.
Dude,
Huh?
yo, don't test it. Don't test it.
Yo, this fucking cat right here is probably the laziest son of a bitch I've ever seen. Let me call you back. Probably the laziest son of a bitch I've ever seen. I hate this motherfucker. Because this isn't, of course, this isn't my cat. This is one of our friends' cats. She couldn't take him. She couldn't take her where she was staying at because of like an allergy or whatever. So she's here right now. Yo, this cat is a snooper. I swear on everything. Okay, so I woke up this morning, right? And this bitch is in the top cupboard where we keep the glasses and the fork. Just literally posted up in there. Just ass all out, wagging her tail. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? And I had just put the plates in there. I was scared as shit because I'm like, if you drop it, I'm gonna kill you. Like, but I mean, she cool though. Like, you know, she meow. The only problem is that like whenever you get up to do something, she'll literally just like follow you and then stop and stand in your way. Like, okay. I see you. I'm gonna let you down. All right, go ahead, do your thing.
That's a mean claw game right there. All that poking.
Yeah, all that poking, dog. I'm telling you. But yeah. So the move went pretty smooth.
Good.
Already got first month's rent paid off, so that's nice. I just need to get a new job now and handle some other stuff. Got the house on the market, so I'm waiting for that to sell, and that'll give me a good boost. And yeah, everything's looking pretty fucking ravey right now. So yeah, but let's go ahead and get to these email questions now, ladies and gents. Okay, so first email question: what are your feelings toward players who give up midway in tournaments or online?
Oh.
I say fuck them. They can literally take that L and cry about it in the corner like the little kids do, and make way for the big boys to get the money. Real talk. Like, if you're gonna rage quit on me in Street Fighter or on Fightcade and don't want to rematch me because you got your butt handed into you, you can go ahead and go fuck off. If I'm in the middle of a tournament, I'm sitting here talking shit to you while peeing on you twice in every match, and you're gonna throw your stick to the ground and walk away, and like who was that? What was that? Who was the dude that fucking just went off on Rico Suave?
Sanford.
It's like Sanford Kelly throwing your stick, and you got Rico Suave making a Mentos commercial off your ass. Then you don't deserve it. Like, get your mental game up. Fortify your mind. Don't let the motherfuckers live rent free in your brain.
You need a Mentos.
Boy said he need a Mentos stat. I personally, I just feel like if you're gonna quit midway through a tournament and you only just got the losers, why the fuck did you even come?
Right,
Like,
why would you drop
there,
money?
I've done plenty of online tournaments where I got dropped off in losers like round 2 or round 1. Of course, I was hot and I was mad and I'm like, man, fuck, I'm gonna lose. But that doesn't mean I stopped playing. Like, I done came up to losers fucking semis I done came up to the semifinals in losers before in a couple tournaments. So, like, come on, you know?
Does this email question have to do with Luis Shaw from?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure it does.
I was there live for that. Like, dude was just you could just hear like audible groans from the guy. It's like, and he just like got up, walked
He
away.
gave up
It's
in the
like,
Grand True Finals, didn't he? He just stopped.
He just gave up, man. He just totally just like you just see this dude just get up at the seat. Like, I'm surprised that the clip didn't run long. You can hear me in the background like, did he just give up?
I mean, I can understand if it's just like, you know, say like you get caught with a super and it's gonna kill. You just go ahead and straight up hit the reset button, so you don't have to like watch it. That's fine. You can just get right back into it because you already know you done lost that. You know, that's fine. But if you're just gonna straight up like quit because like you lost a round or some
had
shit
two more
like that.
characters, B.
Yeah. Then why the fuck you even come? Like,
best 2 out of 3, something. I mean, you actually still have a chance.
I mean, I'm just gonna say this. You know, Punk got 6-0'd in fucking Evo finals, but he didn't give up. You feel me? Like,
and he fought with tooth and nail, my dude.
If he just would have took a break and recomposed himself, he might have been able to come. Yeah. Because the first set, it was like what? It wasn't. Yeah, first set he was up 2 games. Could have closed it out.
But he got so fucking hyped, and then the infiltration got in that hair dog, and it was just like, I'm tap dancing on the roof with fucking tap dance shoes on while you're trying to sleep. Rent free right now in your brain.
Did you just say infiltration? Or was
oh yes, yes, you are correct.
Cleveland, you were talking about taquito, right? Not
sorry, yeah, taquito. I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah, because he got up and was like, taquito. Yeah.
I mean, you know, that's just. I don't think anybody likes people that quit when they ain't even down and out yet. But you know, whatever. They gonna do them. Okay, so Calibur 6 is on the rise. Who are the special guests gonna be?
That's a really good question.
That is a really good question.
Because like they're the way that it's handled. If they do have special guests, they're probably gonna have to be console exclusives like they had back in Soul Calibur 2, because you got it coming, because you got it on Steam, you got it on PS4, and you got it on Xbox. So it's gonna have to be like 3 separate special guest characters, right? Just like in Soul Calibur 2. And then if anything, because you know tournaments and whatnot, it's a timed exclusive kind of thing.
Okay,
like for like the first month or the first like couple weeks, you don't get them, but then you can get them later on.
Right, which is understandable. I mean, I'm always against the whole guest character thing because it shakes up the tournament scene, and especially with everything, the way everything is now. Like, you can literally have like, oh, we got Dark on PlayStation.
Because fucking not even that. Because Link in Soul Calibur 2 is busted as fuck.
Broken as fuck. Niggas dropping bombs and shooting arrows. Like, what the fuck? I ain't got no. Oh, what are you doing, baby?
But I do remember that we did have a discussion about this before,
right?
And God, what did we say?
I actually don't remember. Was I here for that one?
I don't think you were.
Okay. Because I'm looking at an article right now for Soul Calibur 6, and he's talking about character creation coming back. And he said, "Look forward to guest characters." That's basically it.
Yeah, I mean, it's Soul Calibur. Of course, they're gonna have guest characters. Yeah, we talked about it because we talked about the lineage. Like, we couldn't remember who were the guest characters in Soul Calibur 3.
Yo, yeah, you're right. I was.
Yeah. You were here for that. For that. I think that was last week. Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah.
Who do we say, bro? I can't remember who we said.
Sony on the table right now. Who we would want for Sony? Because what does Sony have to bring?
Oh, well, yeah. We said Spinal for the Xbox version because of KI. Yeah. We said Spinal for the Xbox version. For the PlayStation version, who would it be? Like,
don't say another assassin. Maybe Kratos.
Yeah, I can see Kratos.
Yeah, I can see Kratos. It would have to be the new Kratos, though.
Right. It will be the new Kratos.
It would have to be the new Kratos. And for PC,
boy, that's
PC is the hardest one.
Right. Gordon Freeman, dog.
Not more.
You can't have Gordon Freeman. No.
But they gotta wield a weapon, right? A sword kind of thing for these guest characters.
Well, maybe somebody from Dark Souls.
I mean, Dark Souls is from Software, though.
Yeah, and they really wouldn't allow that to happen.
Man, I'm hoping someone from the SNK world would come as a special guest. Maybe Galford.
Oh yeah. He was in the PSP version. Yeah,
but that's the old Kratos though.
Yeah, that's the old Kratos. We talking about the new Kratos. I mean, right. Kratos. I mean, you stuck Kratos in fucking MK9. You can Kratos is basically one of Sony's mascot characters.
Or I would say Geralt, but that's it's CD Projekt Red. They probably wouldn't do it either.
Yeah.
I mean, he would fit right in.
I don't know. I guess because PC doesn't exactly have too many in terms of this is synonymous with PC. Like you would probably I guess the only other option would be just have PC get both guest characters, or you could do Neo, the homeboy from Neo, I guess. But that was also a Sony game before it came to PC. PC doesn't have any games really that aren't from that are from big developers. They're always developing for console and then porting to PC.
Right. I believe they won't go this route with the console exclusives. They'll probably do guest characters like they did with what they're still doing with T7.
Yeah,
they'll probably have a certain character from you said SNK, maybe a character from Capcom.
Well, if that character from SNK would have to be either Whip or Elizabeth. Or
why does it have to be from that world?
Right, I was about to say, don't forget about
Samurai Showdown. They could include Charlotte,
Galford.
Oh, Charlotte would be amazing.
Or Galford could work.
No, because Galford has the dog with him. No.
Yeah, but doesn't the other name
or Hattori Hanzo. Yeah, you can have Hanzo.
What about Last Blade?
Right.
Yeah.
You were totally sleeping on
the Last Blade's too obscure. Think about
World Heroes.
Hell no.
That is way more obscure.
That's way more obscure than Last Blade.
Yeah, it is. But,
I know. I feel the same thing, dog. I feel the same thing.
We could talk about this all day. We definitely could.
They could do Gladio from so many people, man.
You don't know.
Too many people to name.
We'll just have to see. We'll just wait for the reaction videos on YouTube for that. Okay. Next question: is the future of fighting games creating incomplete rosters with seasoned characters? That's what it seems like. Yep. That's definitely what it seems like, and I hate it. I hate it so much. But
he's making a run for our money, our fight money, right there.
Nah, dog. Because at the same time, it's with a game like Street Fighter V, I'm not gonna buy the characters I don't want. I'm kind of mad about Blanca, but Blanca is I know how to play Blanca.
Dude, everybody's messing around with that skin.
Blanca-chan?
Yeah. Blanca.
I was watching Via play that so much yesterday.
We'll just throw Ono in the game and be done with it. Shit.
I'm saying.
Yeah, if the Switch gets a Fire Emblem character, it'd have to be Lindis.
Mm-hmm.
It would have to be either that or Ike. But Ike would probably play more like a Nightmare Siegfried.
More likely. So Lindis would make sense.
Yeah, Lindis would make sense.
But Emperor makes a good point, though. Payne, you're right. SNK treats the people who buy their things with respect. You go and buy the fucking disc for King of Fighters 14. 50 characters right off the bat.
True. And they're adding more. So you can't really call 50 characters an incomplete roster. I think this question is more synonymous with motherfuckers like BlazBlue Cross Tab Battle.
I'm about to fucking roast the fuck out. Oh my god, I hate that shit.
I mean, Killer Instinct had an incomplete roster when it came out.
Well, it had a tentative roster. And
no. That's because the way KI came out was odd as fuck anyway.
Right.
KI didn't come out as a full release. It came out as, hey, this is a free-to-play game with 8 characters for Season 1 because we didn't exactly have a big budget to make this.
Yeah.
And once people started buying it, they got the budget to make more seasons and more characters.
Right.
That was legit, like a game built from the ground up. That's the same that the model that KI took is the model that a lot of games, especially a lot of fighting games from Patreon, Indiegogo, Kickstarter have that same model where it's like, hey, we have the base, but if we get more, yeah, and Skullgirls, like if we get more, like if the support is there and we get enough money, we'll be able to put more and more and more.
Grim makes a good point because all these games are crowdfunded, so you expect to see these things. But these other AAA companies are dropping a disc out, and it's not like Flex Fighting X Lay. It's not like that. That's basically a B tier game. You're gonna get 12 characters if you get the $60 version, 10 characters if you get the $40 version. But it's like Street Fighter fucking 5. You expect the roster.
Yeah.
Blue Cross Tag Battle. Everybody is on the fucking disc. It's on Evo. Evo is dropping the whole entire game. But all the customers still have to fucking wait for everything else to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these practices, like Tekken. Let's go to Tekken for a second. Tekken gave us everybody.
Not really, because we still don't have Lei Wulong.
I mean, everybody that they would give us besides.
Oh yeah. The guest characters were the only DLC characters. That and Eliza, but Eliza came from Tekken Revolution.
Right. But back on that whole aspect though, like if they would have did some like 12 characters and were like, buy the Tekken 3 classic pack for $12. Buy the Tekken 4 classic pack and get Steve Fox alternate boxer outfit. Like, no. No, we would totally been up that ass like fuck Namco and Bandai. They can go and die.
Yeah,
but Arc System Works seriously sit there and they do this repeatedly.
They did it. They always do it for BlazBlue. Look at how much it costs to buy one character in BlazBlue. It costs $8. Like,
right?
It costs $8 for, and that shit is crazy. That is ridiculous. Because like you have like what is it? I think like 8 or 9 characters from Central Fiction that are DLC.
Yeah.
Then they're $8 a piece, $9 a piece.
Like, you're buying a whole other game, be like the fuck.
So basically $72. The fuck.
Right, unless you buy the season pass when you get everybody for free, or
and the season pass is like fucking $35-$40 off the rip.
Right.
I don't like the practice of season passes. I just don't.
I never did agree with that, unless you give me content like they did with Final Fantasy 15, where they basically gave you more gameplay. You got another story with a good 10 to 20 hours of play. That's fine. Yeah. But if it's a fighting game, don't give me the fucking the short arm and the stroke here. Give me the whole package and then drop something else like to do with King of Fighters. King of Fighters gives you fitted characters, and then later on the line, they're dropping 4. Later on down the line, they're dropping another 4.
Right.
But Blaze Blue is all like, yo, B, here's 15 characters. You want these other 30? You got to pay $4 a character or get fucked in the ass at a tournament because you don't know what the tech is going to do to you.
Exactly. Like it's very hard to be competitive now in a fighting game because of practices like this. Because if I don't have this character, I have to rely on somebody else that has this character to lab shit, or I have to shell out the money for it. And it's like, bro, like just because I get this character doesn't mean, or just because I put the money in for this character doesn't mean I'll even win the fucking tournament to begin with. Like, you feel me? It's like it's an investment with no return. Really.
Right. See, the only time you would get a return if you're literally getting top 3 in every tournament.
Exactly.
That's the only time you can see a return on that. Everyone else is literally just dropping money into a sink and hopefully, not a toilet, and hopefully that they get some turds back up when they win, or they actually enjoy the fucking piece of shit that they're playing.
Right. Damn.
Like, Grime was like, finish the game first. Like, all these extra features cost money and shit. I totally agree. Give us a whole game. Delay that shit. Like they did with T7. T7 was supposed to come out like 2 years ago.
2 years ago, but they delayed it, and it came out fantastically.
Fantastic.
Yep. Fantastically, very well optimized. You can run this shit on a fucking 750, and it look gorgeous. Like,
right. But I mean, outside of the fact that they don't have like certain niche or star characters that people like, it's still a great, like you said, greatly optimized. It's a great varied roster. I mean, on the fucking the subject of roasters though, if you're dropping $60, rosters, roosters, cock-a-doodle-doo, motherfucker. On this topic, if you're dropping $60, how many characters do you expect to have in a fighting game? On that note,
Like for a full fighting game?
For a full fighting game, at least
one-on-one.
At least 20. Yeah, at least 20.
Start out the gate, yeah, I would say 20. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say if it depending on the game, if it's Street Fighter, like give me 15, 20. 15 is a bare minimum.
Right.
Yeah, but if you get 15, you're expecting DLC to come.
Oh, of course.
Valid. I mean, valid. That's a totally valid point. But 20, if they give me 20, I'm supporting the game no matter what because I got variety. I got a lot of matchups to learn. I got a lot of variety in the matches I'm going to play. 15, you know that season pass is going to sneak in there like, hey, day one season pass, you get hot Ryu with a beard.
Damn, who gives a damn about that beard?
Hot Ryu for all the folks who want the beard gang on lock.
I mean, I already got Beard Gang on lock. I don't need it in virtual space.
We know you got beard gang on lock. We know that.
But if we're gonna be talking about like a 2-on-2, 3-on-3 fighting game, I mean, mine is like Blaze Blue. Blaze Blue has a total roster of 40 characters, I believe.
Yeah.
Let me look up 40 characters, and half of those are locked behind a paywall, if I believe correctly. So, not only are you being
not only are they locked behind a paywall, but every patch and every new edition is its own fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
That's the shit I can't stand.
Yep. So it's like it can't even be applied to the game without even the.
Because you had BlazBlue, you had Calamity Trigger, you had Continuum Shift, then you had what was it, Chrono Phantasma or something like that, and then Central Fiction.
Right.
Like you basically had 4 versions of the same fucking game.
Exactly.
Well, Street Fighter's been known to do that for.
Yeah, but they fixed it. They fixed it this time with Arcade Edition. Like it was a free update.
Mm-hmm.
Like they fucked it off with 4. They fucked it off real hard with 4.
Yeah, they did.
But they did it. They did it okay in 5.
Mm-hmm.
Still should have gave us some characters though.
They should have. You know they should have. But they ain't gonna give
I'm like, why I can't play with my homeboy Cody? You playing? And he got on the suit. He got the tailor-made suit too. He out of jail, bro.
Mayor of the earth now, nigga.
From the cell to the business room. From
the CEL to the CEO. Let's go.
Yeah. Like, look, either I'm running for mayor of Metro City, or I might take the Mishima Zaibatsu on the side.
Crime brings up a great point right there. Like, okay,
I wonder who's the secretary.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that because. I mean, I understand, like, you gotta have, like, it's costly for the tournament orgs to sit here and beg for setups and then go buy, like, 10 versions of the game and then buy 10 versions of DLC and characters.
Mm-hmm.
If there was to have a tournament edition of the game, that's still fucking over the casual players.
Yeah.
They did, like what they're doing Blaze Blue. For the Evo
that's not Cody, that's Codell.
Yeah, right.
But like they're doing with Cross Tag Battle, you got all 40 characters unlocked at Evo. Like, and you probably gonna have a day to practice on that shit, man. And unless you play all 3 of these games, and you jack off the RB Ruby porn, you won't know shit if you only play Blaze Blue.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't touched Persona or like I said, jack off the Ruby porn or some shit, or right, shit like that. Because people will be lost on one side and totally proficient on something else. You might have somebody bringing out some tech on one thing that they don't know from a different game. But then again, it's probably Arcs is sitting here betting on these longtime fans who've paid for P4U Ultramax, Cross Tag Battle. I mean, like Blaze Blue, Chrono Fantasia, Blaze Blue, fucking We Fight Furry Battle. But I mean, they're hoping and betting on those long-time people to pick this game up. But this business practice is not going to pay off for them. It's totally not. I
don't. Arxis has some. Arceus they make great games, but they have really
shitty business practices.
Yeah, they have really shitty business practices.
And they get away with that shit, dude.
They're like the Japan of EA.
I mean, they're doing all right with fighters though.
Right. I mean, the games are really well made, but like you can't sit here and then be like Blaze Blue, with every like 6 months you get a new arcade release that's getting ported to the PS4 in another 6 months.
Dude, they're like the Japan of EA, man.
EA of Japan?
Yeah, thank you.
What are you talking about, Emperor? What amazing game was everybody over?
Yeah,
what your money dry?
I don't know, bro. I can't say Arceus is EA Japan, because Arceus, while they have some bad business practices, they aren't locking, they aren't like Konami locking saves behind a paywall and shit like that. Them's Fighting Herds is not an amazing game. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I'm sorry, Emperor. I gotta disagree with you. I played that shit on stream. Them's Fighting Herds. It's fun, but it's janky as all hell. Like, me and Clay were playing it, and it. How can I explain this shit? They have a lot of issues with damage scaling. They have issues with even meter building. It takes a long time to build 2 bars in that game. The magic system is odd. Their animations are super wonky still. Like they'll have, like, whenever you're starting the battle, they'll have, their intro quotes and everything, but they're literally static, standing still. No animations, no little, none of that. It's literally that's them standing still, no mouth movements. Some of them do, but they're super desynced. It's kind of like they should have just waited a little bit to put it out instead of just trying to get it out there for the EVA season. Because, I mean, while you might be getting, like a side tournament that won't be streamed for the motherfucker, or better yet, they might have wanted to try to take advantage of that whole thing where other fighting games are getting a secondary stage at EVO and wanted to try to get it out for that. Like, you see what I'm saying? But it's not great yet. It's not great. It's fun. Like, once we actually started getting used to it a little bit, it was okay. Like, one of the characters is literally a Darkstalker's character. Like, seriously? Yeah, straight up a Darkstalker's character. Yeah, jump cancels. They have Tao Bane. They have Tao Bane's, wave move. They have restands and all of that shit. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, but it's cool. I'm not gonna shit on the game at all. I think it just needs some more time and some more work. I think it needs some time and more work. Okay. Next email question. Do you prefer a physical copy of a game or a digital download?
Physical copy.
Physical copy always.
It depends on the game. It depends on the game for me.
Well,
because I definitely want a physical copy of Shenmue 3. But other games I'm completely fine with just buying on Steam.
True.
Only problem I have with buying digital is that if the service goes down, how the hell am I supposed to get my play my games, for one? Because a lot of these,
I mean, you can equate the same thing with a disc scratch on your physical copy.
But if the whole thing is I can go buy another physical copy, I could always get another physical copy if my copy gets scratched, unless it's a very obscure game that was like limited release, and well, hey, I'm fucked either way it goes on that aspect. But if, like, let's say Origin shuts down next week, EA files bankruptcy, sells all the stocks, flies to Jamaica, Origin's done. How am I supposed to play Mass Effect now? My servers ain't up unless somebody happens to make a workaround and does the kind out of the kindness and goodness of their heart.
I get what you're saying, but I can't agree with it for the simple fact that any digital download that I've gotten on my 360 still works while I'm offline.
Yep.
Do they?
But I'm just, you get what I'm saying though, right?
I do get what you're saying though, because there have been instances of that happening. But for the most part, like, even games that have been completely taken off the marketplace after I've already bought them, like Marvel 2, can still play it online. Servers still work and everything.
Right. But then again, that's true Xbox Live proprietary service. Like, you're connecting to their service to play the game. It's not like going back on the PS2 era I mean, you can't even do that. I can't even make that argument because there was nothing digital on PS2.
Sorry, SOCOM, but you know that's online. That wasn't digital. Honestly, I don't see any real issues with digital or physical. It just depends. Like, cause honestly, like with the games I do have physical, I love to display them in like in whatever case I have or bookshelf. I like displaying them because it's like, yeah, I have these or whatever, but I don't necessarily need it.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I have to agree with you. It depends on the game.
I mean, I can't. Like I told you, the only aspect I have is if the game service happens to with always on DRM or something like that.
Do you have an instance of that happening?
I'm trying to think of one, but I can't pull one out my head right now. But that's the only thing I actually ever worry about digital games, though. It's like if Steam was to go down or something, and if the game got shipped with some always online DRM, and if you had to go through that check to play the game, like games Windows Live, Dark Souls.
Yeah. I can actually I have an example for you now. Then since you mentioned that, Street Fighter Cross Tekken on PC.
Right, they still haven't fixed that.
And it's crazy too because they had a humble bundle with that game included in.
Right, so you're basically paying money for ones and zeros that you can't play with.
Yeah.
But that's my only problem with digital games. Like besides that, if I can get it digital and I ain't gotta go drive out somewhere to go get it, and I ain't gotta wait in line, I'm fine with getting digital.
Yeah.
And like what Grim says, let's say if Monster Hunter had like a fucking Wrathable statue, and I fucking love Monster Hunter, and I want that statue in the physical copy of the game with like the special 10, then I'll go buy the physical copy. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the digital copy and play it as soon as it finishes downloading.
Yeah, but there are some cases where you have to get a physical copy and you can't not get a digital download.
Or there's cases where, hey, if you don't have your internet up and you don't have the license or permission to play the game.
Right. Like I said,
I've had that happen actually with some games on my PS on my 360. But for the most part, those were license transfers.
Yeah. And that's another form of DRM that sucks.
But I got about 5 games on my 360 right now. It's tied to a license. I can't do nothing with them. On my main, it looks like a demo, but I clearly bought the damn game.
Right. Oh. Right.
Yeah. Yep. I've had that happen. I mean, it just depends. It depends on how you consume your media.
Right. I mean, and if the media is actually
and then if we're really even going to go through this, I mean, just look at what the Xbox One does. Yeah, you buy the physical copy of the game, but guess what? You're only using that to install the game into your system in the first place.
Yeah, because that shit was a hard DRM in the beginning because they were like, oh, you want to swap this and go to GameStop and trade your game in? They were like totally against it. That was like a blow against the used game market and people game sharing. And they went back and reneged on that shit. Yeah.
Cause I remember first getting KI. Me and my boy Blizz, we went out, we got KI for the Xbox One, popped it in, and just expected to get right into the game. Nope, 20 gig download. What?
Right. Shit like that needs to stop too. Like if I'm buying a physical disc, let me play the game. Don't let me sit here and wait for the shit to install. If I want to wait the shit to install, I get a PC. Not do that anyway.
Not even that, because then you can just get the pre-download, and then once it actually drops, just play it just right as soon as it's ready.
Fucking grim. Make sure you own this game digitally or put it in the game disc, paid ass.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
All right, and the final question: why do systems fail? Video game systems fail. That's a simple question. They fail because hardware gets better, the system stays stagnant.
Not in the case of...
people do abuse it. People do abuse it, though.
Okay, hold on a second. Dreamcast, Sega Dreamcast. Let's use this as an example.
Okay.
Sega Dreamcast came out a year ahead of everything else with the Xbox, their OG Xbox PS2. we can all attest that the Dreamcast wasn't up to par. I mean, granted that the Emotion Engine and its godlike presence did everything for the PS2, and the Xbox was just basically
the reason Dreamcast failed was because the Dreamcast, which is only made for playing games and CDs, and then for the casual market, you look at the PS2. It's like, oh, I can use this as a DVD player too.
Right.
That's why that was sold.
Because you have the whole utility aspect of it. Like with Xbox, you can burn CDs and listen to them while you play the game.
Right.
But what could you do with the Dreamcast besides play online? And then you had a small library of games you could play online. And then your competition drops fucking Halo or drops SOCOM, and then everybody else that was on your platform is popping
above you now. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, software gets better, system stays stagnant. Because the system was ahead of its time. We ain't gonna lie about that shit. Like, it came out with 2 different adapters, 56K and broadband. Like, these people thought of everything. It's just that the fact that if they would have waited and developed for like another year, it would have been so good.
Great execution, poorly timed release.
Yeah.
Right, and Emperor makes another good point. Like, the Sega Japan totally just like ignored us over here in America. Like, there's games that I've burnt. Oh, excuse me.
That were made
on this, enhanced on this, and played that were like you say exclusive, like Ikaruga.
But one thing that is still thriving about the Dreamcast is the homebrew market. There are so many homebrew games.
Oh yeah,
for the Dreamcast. That's crazy.
I can attest to this, and I'm pretty sure Cleveland can attest to this too. Because a year prior to me jumping in the Mugen scene, I was in the Dreamcast homebrew scene with Beats of Rage.
Right, because
right when Senile Team first started, I was basically in that a year prior to Mugen. So I basically predate the start of that.
Because you were basically making stages and characters for that whole homebrew scene, right?
Yeah, I was, and plus, I'm one of the original people from the DCEMU forums when that was still a thing.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm one of the people who made the fucking tutorial for the Dreamcast. Come on, man. Oh, man.
And before we get back on the topic of Harry Blazintre,
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you also gotta understand, Emperor, is that a lot of those dating sims and like rhythm games and stuff like that weren't popular in America to begin with, really.
That time, right? They were totally niche.
I mean, shoot, they still got that whole drum game, you know, that's like legit.
Oh,
yeah, the one with that shit, that's insane, but it's not gonna sell over here. No. In America that well, unless you're into that type of thing, and a lot of people aren't.
And they're not. And let me pull my clay out here. They're not going to invest revenue in something that's not going to
sell. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You might project that you might get like, Tycho. You might project that you might get like 200,000 sales and only get like 10,000, and you just lost a shit ton of money.
Drum Master.
Yeah. So that's why it's just like Japan's gaming market is severely different from America's gaming market. That's why mobile over there is so insane. They love mobile because they're always on the move compared to us. Right. Like we don't have a lot of places in America don't have the infrastructure to have trains or even a bus line sometimes.
Right.
To where mobile would really be in part of that. Like in Japan, in most cases, you don't need a car for shit. You don't need a driver's license for anything because of how their infrastructure works with their bus lines, the train terminals, and shit like that. Like you can get around easy as hell in Japan compared to America.
Yeah, but they're a small place though. I mean, America's a big place. If you look at the comparison.
Yeah, exactly. That also ties into it. Like, like
in some places in America, if you don't have a car, you're basically fucked.
Fucked, yeah.
That is true.
Yep.
Yeah, but when you're comparing America to Japan, that's a different thing, though.
They leagues ahead of us as far as public transportation
and infrastructure. But then again, they're so tight and compact. They have to evolve their infrastructure at a rapid pace because they've got barely 1 million people over in Japan, pretty a little bit more.
Oh wow!
So they got to accommodate for all those people across all these islands.
Mm.
Pretty much.
So that's why they're, like you're saying, their gaming market is so mobile based. That's why when the Switch dropped, like, motherfuckers was like, I ain't gotta play fucking Clash of Clans no more. I can play Mario Brothers. Give me that.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that's essentially why systems fail and why things don't go out as the way they should sometimes. It's just because markets are different.
Cultural
but don't we
differences.
also abuse these systems as well, though?
What you mean abuse? Like
Overusing them a lot or something, overplaying, like, you know.
No, that comes down to an individual basis.
Oh, okay.
Right.
We're talking about the
You got
overarching
someone playing
thing.
like 30 hours over 40 hours a week with that damn console.
Man, that's certain people though. I mean, I know a few casual players that they'll play for like probably 5 hours a month, but you got the hardcore people who play these games like it's a second job. But the hardcore market here over in America is nothing compared to the hardcore market over in Japan or other areas of the world to begin with. And every hardcore market is different in each region of the world. Like America's hardcore market is so varied and different. You can't sit here and be like, okay, a hardcore shooter person I can market to is the same way as that a hardcore fighting game player I can market to.
Nah,
You can't do that.
not at all.
Yeah.
So I think that'll do it for tonight's podcast. Appreciate you all guys for coming out. We're gonna go ahead and drop these socials and get up out of here, starting with Juwan.
You can reach me at jtbchronicles.com. All my social media links are listed in the menu at the front page.
Harding.
You can catch me at twitch.tv/agentpikachu215. Also the same name on YouTube and on Twitter. You can catch me on the hosting tournaments every Friday and Saturday, maybe Sunday coming up.
Lionel.
You can catch me on my website, dvmugen.theostlobby.net, where you can catch past episodes and clips from the KCGO podcast. You can also find me at twitter.com/observerdark. You can find me on both twitch.tv and YouTube as Dark Valentine 1984, and the admin of the KCGO podcast Facebook group, where we keep calm and game on.
Cleveland.
You can catch me on Twitch at BLAZIN_TRE. Same thing on Twitter. Blazintre, all one word, on YouTube.
And we're gonna get up out of here, guys. See you next week for 43, and whatever news comes with that. Always check us out.
You got the numbers right this time.
Huh?
You got the numbers right this time.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's the one thing I always forget is the damn numbers. I always think we're either ahead or behind where we are, you know. But we're coming up on that 1 year, though. We're coming up on that 1 year.
That big 5-0 is coming soon, baby.
Yeah. We're coming up on that 1 year, yeah. So we're going to get up out of here, guys. Enjoy the rest of your nights. We will see you guys next week. Same time, same place. Let me go ahead and pop some good stuff on to take us out. And we will see you guys next week.